This is never a turn call, but I might just do it anyway because I know he knows that I'm supposed to float. Ah, fuck it. Let's get in the streets. Let's get in the streets. Welcome to the GazzyB stream. I am GazzyB123 and I will be with you for the duration. Got the stream set up now so I can zoom in on all the tables and stuff like that. Yeah, let's get straight into the action. Let's not mess around. We're going to bet this like 20% of the time. Okay. And 10-9 suited. I think it's going to be a 25% raise and fold every other time I find the raise. Find the raise, boys. Bottom left, just betting range. Gets through table 2, table 1. We find a little 10 of diamonds on the turn. I don't think we get to call here, believe it or not. Well, maybe we do now. Oh, what a ping that was. What a ping that was. Chakra's going to play a decent amount of checks here, although his betting range is really quite narrow on the flop, so maybe he is going to just continue here. And I think versus Chakra, I'm just going to pull my pants down and stick it in if he does bet. He doesn't bet, but that is the cleanest river of all time. Oh, I think we just bet. I think we just bet like 23.5 and try and get paid. Cool spot over here on the left, where I will be betting 1.5x pot. Unfortunately, they've both folded over here. So over here, I check call flop, turn went check, check. And I have bombed the river for 1.5x. I don't think people check back there. 8x enough on the turn here, and I don't think we want to have any other size than this. And I think hand late ace king is pretty good because he's not supposed to stab ace x and king x on the flop. I really like my logic behind that one. I could be completely wrong though. Jack 9 blocking the river. We check call flop, turn one check check. Hand is just about strong enough to block the river. I'm going to spin for a 20% 3-bet. Thank fuck we didn't find it. Thank fuck we didn't find it. Jack's going to 4-bet sometimes. This is not one of those times. I'm going to peel out a little set on the flop for the boys and girls. 3 of spades, 6 of clubs, 9 of diamonds. So close. And yet so far. I'm going to find some raises here sometimes. We've rolled a 1. Oh, raise is a little big. It's fine. It's fine. What are we raising as bluff? 5-4, 7-8, ace-5 of backdoor flush draw. Top right, going to peel out this 3-bet with our pocket 6s. Oh my god, it's in the fucking window. 5 of clubs is not ideal. No, like 4 of clubs nonsense. Just 5 of hearts. 9 of hearts. Good enough. My opponent uses a slightly bigger size up here. We're going to call. 10 of hearts is whatever. It's a pretty good card, actually. He's got a lot of, like, 10-8 suited, Jack 10 suited, Queen 10, King 10, Ace 10, etc. So he connects relatively well with that turn. My opponent shoves. I think he's actually supposed to. I was going to say that. I don't think he's supposed to shove that hand, though, I think. I'm going to sim that, and if the solver is shoving there with King 9, then... This is the problem. Now that I can zoom in, I keep forgetting to zoom back out, so you have to bear with me as I remember how to do that. Okay, pocket 9s. Oh, it's not in the window this time. Ace of hearts. Oh, it's right behind it though. Deuce of spades. We're going to check raise as pure. What are our bluffs here? They're pretty obvious. A lot of spade draws and stuff like that. Table 2, we 3-bet pre. We're going to c-bet the flop. Did we get Jack just with the raid? I didn't even fucking see it. What a guy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Folky, you're number 1. You're not number 7. Jax, let's mix. Welcome to those coming from Jax's channel. My name is Gary Blackwood. I'm also known as GazzyB123. And I play poker for a living. We are 2 out of 2 for flop sets. I'm not even going to spin for this. I'm just going to call because if we score a hat trick then... Yeah. 8 of spades. Deuce of spades. Come on, 5 ball. Oh, so close. And yet, so far. And we be getting 3-bet. Lads, we are running well so far tonight. I'm going to make this about... How big's he made it? $126-ish. Going to take my sweet time before clicking that 4-bet button. And it hasn't folded, which is normally a good sign. It's not the cleanest flop in the world. It is not the cleanest flop in the world. I think I'm just going to play check rip. Can we just check rip here? I don't know. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. Right, I am going to flick through all the different ones. Hang on. Scores in the doors, I hear you ask. We are hopefully winning. We're winning 1,200 American dollars. Why isn't it always as easy as this? We're winning 1,200 American dollars. No, I didn't rot off. I just bled it all back. I bled like £800 back. And the game wasn't that good anyway. It's all just regs talking about their stars names and their win rates and stuff. And it's like, dude, come on. Queen 9, not a pure bet. Let's bet it 67% of the time. We've found the check back. Sorry, let me rephrase. I don't think Queen 9's a pure bet. Yeah, I don't think we pure bet the Queen 9. I think we want to check it back sometimes. Jack 8 mixing. Mainly calling low frequency 3-bet, if I recall correctly. And I would just bomb the Queen 9 twice. It'd be really nice if we get like a deuce of hearts river. As we zoom in on the Queen 9, my opponent is deep in the tank. I will be surprised if he comes with a raise. What a fucking river that is. I think just 75% here on the river. Bottom left. Where are you from, Halvey? I'm going with this. I am going with this. Lady coming, mamacita, mamacita on the river. Mamacita. Not to be. Bottom left, going to check raise a reasonable amount. Let's go 66%. Fucking easily find it. Easily find it. Scores on the doors, we were up 1,200. We've taken a bit of a hit, but we're still doing well. Up 724 American dollars. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the show. Go ahead and click that follow button. Also, give me a sub on YouTube. I know I keep talking about it, but I'd be very grateful. Just pure betting the King 3. Maybe not. Yeah, fuck it. Oh, wait. I thought I had King 5. I said King 3 out loud, but my brain was like, I've got King 5. That would have changed things. Whale play. Whale things. Just whale things by Gazzy D. Gonna go a little bigger here because we're deeper. Should have been a little bigger than that, actually. I've just realized that. Chakra has decided not to continue, unfortunately. Bottom left with the ace and the king. 3-ball. 3-ball. I know it's 4-bet. I'm just wondering how often we want to call, how often we want to shovel it in. I really don't know. I really don't know in these positions what the optimal thing is. Rolled a high number, so I'm going to just call. I really don't know, though. Call flop, for sure. Might actually be a really optimal combo to call down with, given we block King Jack and Ace Jack suited, and we also block Kings and Aces. This might be a spot where we just call down, guys. Oh, I think there's a call down spot, you know. And maybe we bluff like a 4 river or a 6 river or something like that. But I think we for sure have a turn call. Just feels like he's got the same hand. I'm just going to check. But what do we bluff with, though? What do we bluff with instead? And nobody check calls the river here. I think I'm going to bluff this. Oh, I don't know, man. It feels a bit unnecessary. Like, I don't want to call the turn. I'm just going to check it out. Okay. I don't want to call the turn to bluff the river because that's not the point of calling the turn. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Really good flop down here. We're going to spin for a 4-bet sometimes and a call sometimes. We've rolled a call. Let's spin for the C-bet down here. We've rolled a C-bet. Can we get that flop up here, please? The important one. We don't find it. We've been raised here. I think we want to play some 3-bets with our range, but never really with this hand. So I'm going to call and pray for no 9. Tail 3. Check turn. I have a really bad feeling about this. If it looks like pocket 7s and smells like pocket 7s, it's probably pocket 7s. But there's only one way to find out. One time let it be pocket sevens. One time let it be pocket sevens. If it looks like pocket sevens and smells like pocket sevens, it's probably... If it looks like pocket sevens and smells like pocket sevens, it is probably... Ace Queen. Interesting. Table 3, we're finding a 3-bet with pocket jacks. Let's bet the river up here. He folds. Table 3, 954, small blind versus MP, betting very high frequency with range. Basically always betting this hand. Not the cleanest turn card in the world for our range. I think we're going to check. This is a very high frequency. My opponent has started bombing it. It's really not a great board for us. We've got so little suited connectors pre-flop. Our opponent has an advantage there. I think he has more flush combos than us as well. It's really not a great spot for us at all. I think we're just going to go ahead and find the fold. We lose to 5-4, 5-6, pocket 9s, pocket 10s, 6s, 5s, 4s, all the club draws, and so on and so forth. The solver is probably going to call this sometimes. I'm going to pure fold it, but let's say 20%. Nope, not even close. We'll just let that one go. Interesting hand. King 4 suited going to be a relatively high frequency raise. We found it. Do you have any graphs for this year? Yeah, happy to show them. They're not great. I'm up about 8-9k for the year before rakeback. I haven't played a lot of online this year, and when I have played, I've played very poorly, and I haven't run the best. I've certainly played very, very poorly. So yeah, I'm not up a lot for the year pre-rakeback. With rakeback, probably up about 20k USD before live earnings. Probably up about 45k-ish for the year, which is not ideal. Obviously, it's not bad in the grand scheme of things, but not ideal. So it's gone cut-off opens, button calls, small blind calls. We're going to 3-bet sometimes, but the random number generator did not allow us to do so. We turn to flush. Our range doesn't want to do that much betting here into 3 people. Let's bet this about 30% of the time. Never mind. And we will for sure be betting the river. For sure be betting the river. No value to be had on the river. Shout out to Man on Fire. Welcome, my dude. Props to you if you're honest about results. I really like that. I got no nothing to hide. Absolutely nothing to hide. I played really bad poker at the start of the year. Had a lot of personal things going on. Life wasn't as brilliant as it normally is, and I wasn't focused. I was playing way too many tables. I wasn't focused because I had other stuff going on. Yeah, I was nobody to blame but myself. I really, not to sound like I'm moaning, but I really didn't run brilliantly at the start of the year either. But I was not playing well. I was playing way too many tables, not thinking decisions through, etc., etc. Whereas I feel like I'm really switched on now when it comes to the grind. I mean, as well as that, like, being up about 30, 40k in July is not the end of the world. When you include rakeback and live poker and stuff, it's not that bad, you know? Going to bet the turn here sometimes. This is one of those times. My opponent is led. I'm going to find the turn raise sometimes. Not. Yeah, this is one of those times. We have a low frequency turn raise here, that of which I'm absolutely certain. I don't think Queen of Hearts is all that relevant. He's flatted out the small. I don't think he's doing that with Queen 9 or Queen 10 of Hearts. He had King 9 of Hearts. I wish I'd zoomed in on that one, but I didn't. He had King 9 of Hearts. It's so scary at first to even consider raising the flop there, raising the turn there. But it's, yeah, you got to raise the turn there for sure. At some frequency. People lead out with their top pairs, and he never has a better top pair than us there. He's got some turn trips for sure, but if he's got it, he's got it. Let's go full screen. As we have a playable hand in all 3 spots, and there's an 8 in the fucking window. Ace 7-5. Let's bet the jacks. I'm going to keep it full screen for now. We'll zoom in accordingly. I think we want to just bet this hand always. I'm just trying to think of the size. I think 1/3 in position on Jack 8 deuce. Jack 8 4, Jack 8 5. I tend to use a half pot size, but Jack 8 deuce is disconnected enough that we can expect a lot of folds, which means our range would prefer to use 1/3. Nick Marchington says, when is the table tennis rematch? It is on like Donkey Kong, my friend. What was the score the last time you and I played, Nick? I can't quite remember. What was the score, my friend? Shout out to Nicky Boy. An absolute dream to live with in Vegas over the summer. Can't wait to do it all again next year. There's 46 players in this pool and there's like 47 rigs. It's very, very reggy. But that's okay. 6-5 suited, 3-betting pre-flop. Sometimes, not this time. Raising the flop sometimes. Oh, I might just overrule and raise it pure. Top left, we have a pair of kings. Table 3, we've check called the turn and rivered a boat. That will be getting check raised into his face. Let's focus on table 1 until that time comes. Never mind. This is a very clear raise, for sure. Raise fold or raise the side. Probably raise fold. But yeah, we'll try to think of a size here. Let's go this size. He's deep in the tank. He is deep in the tank. Oh, come on, dude. Hurry up. He eventually does call. Ace Jack, no good. Pocket threes opening sometimes, not this time. What a nitty random number generator we have this evening, guys and girls. King 5 suit, I think it's actually a flat. I was doing this the other night. I think we flat some like King 5, King 6, King 7. It's kind of gross, but we're supposed to flat it sometimes. Versus the big, not versus the small blind, but versus the big blind 3-bet. And I think it's to do with domination stuff. Like we're more inclined to dominate a hand like 5-4 suited or 5-6 suited, which makes a lot of sense. Oh, this is so tempting to peel given it's 1/3 and we've got backdoor galore. I'm playing this on like a bit of a whale, but I think it might be fine. Versus a half, I would never peel here, but versus 1/3, I bet pre-flop's not even a thing either. And now we just bet turn and punt the fucking river. Oh, I meant to bet two. I meant to bet 2/3. I'm butchering this hand. I genuinely meant to bet 2/3 here. Absolute butchering. It ain't spew if it gets through. I really don't know about that one. I think pre is in there sometimes. I think flop is a little ambitious, even versus 1/3. Calling the 8-7 suited. Oh, Gazzy B. My opponent's snap check's never a good sign. We want to check this back sometimes. I'm going to bet this 75% of the time. We've rolled a check back. We've rolled the check back. That's so cool. It's not very often we find the check back here, but we found it. And now I'm not spinning that RNG. I think we just pure bet the turn. He's going to snap fold. He's just going to snap fold. Tell me you've got ace-king without telling me you've got ace-king. Would you ever want to own a house in Vegas? Yeah, of course. Give me a fucking excuse to go all the time. Table 3, we've opened pre. We're going to half pop this flop. Versus Cheddar 76. Pocket Rockets. Yeah, absolutely love to live in a house. I'd love to own a house in Vegas. We've been 3-bet with the aces, which is always nice. I think we're going to bet the turn with the Jack 9. Yeah, fuck it. Although do block calls. Let's spin for a check back. Let's just bet it always. What are you doing, guys? Table 1, going to 4-bet. Got a 4-bet to 21 bigs because we are a little deeper. I'm going to check out the jacks, I think, now. Oh, I should be betting this. I'm such a pussy. He's got deuces. 1/3 flop. Table 2, we call the 3-bet. Guys, the chips are flying. Let's go full screen as we decide what to do with this ace-10. We want to raise this sometimes. Spin for it. Probably want to raise this about 30% of the time. We rolled a 45. Going to call and ping the 10 of hearts. Close, but no cigar. Table 1. Bet flop, bet turn, shove, river. I think so. I'm confused. Did you just check call the nuts of that straight when you had king jack? Maybe misread your hand. No, I just thought like nothing else is gonna call, so I just called, which is really bad. Really bad. There you go. There's your explanation. Really bad. Call turn. Decide river. Probably have to call river. We've got the boys again. Oh, the boys are here to play. Let's go into big blind so we can see here what we want to do. My opponent's check back with king queen of hearts. I think you want to blast that one in there, pal. He checked back with king queen of hearts. And on table 1, the aces have been 4-bet. Come on, put the money in. Table 2. Oh, we got the boys back again. Table 2 going to 3-bet. Table 1, you bet your fucking ass we're going to 3-bet. He folds. He calls. Ace king for rainbow. Good board for us. Let's bet 1/3 with range. Full number. Look at Mr. Big Bollocks too rich for $8. You know it. Table 1, let's bet this always. Let's go half pot because we've got a strong hand. Because we've got top pair and the not flush draw. So let's go half pot. I would like to wager a bet over the size of the pot, please, dealer. He has a lot of folds here, but that's okay. My one is called. It's a pretty clean run out. We only really lose to ace queen, and I expect ace queen to raise the flop a decent amount. Given the SPR is relatively low, I think I'm just gonna stick it in here, guys. So we find a check back with ace king on the other table. We've now got the best hand. Yeah, ace 7 probably would have. Yeah, I think we got the best hand now. Ace jack is probably what we're going to get called by if we do get called. Oh, it's tense. Are we going to get called? Is he going to call with worse? Is he going to fold? He does not pay us off. What's in it? Table 3, we've opened pre. We've bet the flop. We're going to bet the turn a decent amount of the time. This is one of those times. Tiver can't knock Amaranth, she's richer than us all, and that's all she does. Her viewings are regrettable. I agree, yeah, I got none but respect for the girl. And it makes me think I'm in the wrong business. It makes me think if I was to start licking this microphone and writing your names on my face, maybe we could make it in this life. I think we're just going to check back the river now. It's a little ambitious to get caught by worse. Okay. Top left, we have called the under the gun open. Guys, we're running very well tonight. Not like incredibly well, but we're winning a lot of pots. You know, we're turning 2-pair and all that great shit. Oh, y'all can't see shit. 1,900 American dollars. Heater is here. I'm going to stab the king 9. Let's go 35% of the time. Nope, not this time. Haha. Told you, running well. Small is laid out. Sizing is the indication of a reg, unfortunately, so we will have to play accordingly. If it was a fish, then we would do some other stuff. Hold that thought, because we're all in up here with ace king. Elected to just flat the lead here. I think shoving there is a sign of run good when your opponent is 4-bet folding. They're not calling it off with queens or ace king. You're winning 22 big blinds pre-flop. I think that's a relatively reasonable sign of running quite well. It's really tough for us to find bluffs here. Maybe pocket 10s, king queen with a club. I think our value range is extremely polarized, so I'm probably going to just bet really big here and pray. Got some small pots coming our way on some other tables, but for now we are watching here to see if either of our opponents want to make a bit of a YOLO call. I don't think the under the gun player ever calls here. I think it's the big blind that will pay us off. Although the under the gun player is still here, so maybe. I Drink Solvents is a friend of mine. Welcome to the stream, my friend. You're getting bluffed here, buddy. Hope you're okay with that. I'm going to pure bet the turn and then decide on the river. Table 2, I be raising. We're not raising too much here. Ace Jack, pocket threes, some semi bluffs. This is a clean river for us to bluff. We block hands like Queen 10 of diamonds, Queen Jack of diamonds, Queen 9 of diamonds, Queen 8 of diamonds, and so on and so forth. We be overbetting. Guys, I really do mean this. Big shout out to those that have joined. I really do appreciate it. Please do click that follow button. It costs nothing to follow the stream. I would be ever so grateful. And if you want to, you can sub on YouTube at GazzyB123, where I post lots of great shit. I made a prop bet with a friend of mine. I bet $2,000 on myself at 50 to 1 that I can hit 1 million YouTube subs before Brad Owen. Roast me. You've got 20 seconds to roast me in the chat. Brad Owen's got 615,000. I've got 2,180. Roast me. Table 1, we've defended pre. We've called the flop C-bet. I really want to call the turn bet and bluff the river. The Gonzo is very good. This is never a turn call, but I might just do it anyway because I know he knows that I'm supposed to float. Fuck it. Let's get in the streets. Let's get in the streets. We're not supposed to call turn, but I've called it anyway because I'm going to bluff the river. But the Gonzo is tanked long enough. He's not checking the river. He's going to bet. What a waste of $41 or however much it was to call the turn. No, okay. Green light. Green light. I mean, it's just impossible for us to be bluffing here unless we're messing around with a hand like this. It's going to be really embarrassing if he calls as well. So I really hope he doesn't call. In the streets. Cold 4 betting the ace king, bottom left. Where I shall be betting and probably putting him in if he elects to mess around. I am absolutely certain the solver is going to want to bet this and then just put it in versus a raise, but maybe not. Not anymore. Not anymore. Turn check, I think, is on the cards. Pardon the pun. It's not the cleanest run out. His hearts have just gotten there. And obviously he's got a lot of pairs in his range. He's bet 10% pot. I think I'm going to call versus 10% pot. He's got pocket 8s is my guess. Pocket 8s. Same thing. Nice hand. 10-9 off. We have called top left. We have flopped pretty effing well top left. 5-point checks. This is not a board we bet very often on. I just wanted to go half or 3/4 given the actual texture. I think 3/4 is fine. Three betting the ace queen. A little too big given the fact that this player has a shorter stack. We're going to 1/3 the flop and take it from there. We're going to bet the turn. I might just rip the turn. This is weird. This is awkward given the stack sizes. But we can make him fold hands like pocket 8s and stuff like that on the turn. So I think it's a pretty mandatory bet. And obviously we just fold versus shove. Nothing happening with the queen 10. We'll be check folding this board for sure. Down here we have been squeezed. How big is the squeeze? 14 bigs. Fuck it. Let's call. 10 of diamonds. Queen of clubs. Oh, so close and yet so far. Fold. Table 3, we've opened pre. The flop's gone check check. We're going to stop the turn. Probably bet the river as well. If we needed to. Bottom left, I don't know too much about isolating limpers, but King 10 seems pretty reasonable for us to raise and then fold versus a 3-bet. Guys and girls, this is the end. I've had a lot of fun today, but I feel like this is the end of the stream. Hopefully we've all enjoyed it. As ever, click that follow button, etc, etc. This is a very, very high frequency check. Let's just pure check it. Check call. 10 of hearts on the turn one time. The snap bet is not ideal, but we're going to call again. He's got ace jack or ace queen. He's got ace king. I think we might have a fun player in our hands. Right, guys and girls, I had a lot of fun streaming. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Scores on the doors, I hear you ask. We won 1,461 American dollars. Up stuck a buy-in, but that's okay. I will survive, I suppose. Right, thank you very much for joining. I'll see you next time. Take it easy.